Okay, so today in NBA 2K23, I'm gonna be giving you guys another build. I've already given you guys a guard build and a center build, but now it is time for a small forward build. Before I delve into the build video, please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. You're gonna want to make sure you are subscribed to this channel because you do not want to be missing a lot of the 2K23 content I have coming soon. As well, you might have already missed a 2K23 video that's going to help you out a ton. So definitely, if you haven't already checked out some of my previous videos, go ahead and check them out. So for this build, on the first screen, all this stuff does not really matter. Obviously, for the position, you're going to want to go with small forward, and for the handiness, I would recommend going with right. You can go with left-handed players if you want to, but the most important thing is that you're not like constantly changing your handiness. Basically, decide what handiness you want, and then for all your builds, make sure the exact same handiness. If you're constantly changing your player's handiness, it's just going to be too weird visually, and you just will not be consistent. Now, for the body settings, I would recommend going with 6'8" for the height first. I tried to make this a very balanced build, not like too slow and not too fast. And I believe 6'8" is all around the best balance between all other heights. You're going to be good at finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defense if you are 6'8". For the weight, I went with 215 pounds. This gives me an 82 strength, and if you don't know, an 82 strength gives you the silver bully badge, which just from testing a little bit might be the best badge in this game. Now, some really advanced players might not need the bully badge, but if you're a beginner and you just want free buckets, you just want to run straight and hold square, then you need the bully badge, trust me. For the wingspan, I would recommend going with 7'5". This is the highest you can go while still getting an 85 3-point rating, which will give you silver limitless range, which is very, very important in my opinion. And then for the body shape, this is kind of up to you. I just usually go with defined. You can go with built if you want to, but you're already pretty heavy, so I don't think you need to go with built. Starting things off with the finishing attributes and badges, you guys can see this is very, very good. You're only getting 17 badges, but as I explained in a previous video, that's all you need. Getting 17 badges means that in tier 3, you can have 2 gold badges or 1 silver badge and 1 gold badge. If you have even just 16 badges, you will not be able to get any gold badges in tier 3, only silver badges. So yeah, having at least 17 badges is very, very important. As well, the other thing that's very, very important is a 93 driving dunk. A 93 driving dunk gives you gold posterizer, and as well a 92 driving dunk will give you the elite contact dunk packages. Pair that with an 82 vertical and you're just dunking on everyone. Moving on to the shooting attributes and badges, you guys see you're getting 19. As well, you're getting an 85 3-point rating, which really isn't that important. But this 85 3-point rating unlocks silver limitless range, which is one of the best badges in this game. With silver limitless range, you'll just be able to pull from everywhere. For playmaking, this is also quite good. Despite being 6'8", you'll definitely be able to dribble. And you guys see you're getting 20 total playmaking badges. You're only getting an 85 ball handling rating, but literally yesterday on my point guard build, I was using an 85 ball handling rating, and you can definitely dribble. Right now, there's not a ton of animations released, but once like season 2, season 3, season 4 comes out, there's gonna be so many different animations you can use. Like with an 85 ball handle, you'll be able to dribble very, very well. On to defensive / rebounding, this again only gets 17 badges, but similarly, just like finishing attribute wise, this is probably the best category. You guys see you're getting 86 perimeter, 90 steal, and 87 block, which is just absolutely crazy. Like if you just looked at those stats alone, you would think this is a pure lockdown build. You guys see you're going to be able to get gold interceptor, silver glove, and gold clamps, as well as silver anchor. Obviously, this is not like a lockdown build, but despite only getting 17 badges, defense might be the best category on this build. Like if I'm using this build, you're not scoring on me, trust. And then moving on to the physicals, this is just absolutely crazy. I mean, basically everything's maxed out. You do need an 82 vertical to get the one-handed elite contact dunks, as well as an 82 strength to get the silver bully badge. All around, you guys can see this is a very, very balanced build that's very, very good all around. Like shooting, playmaking are both very, very good with the highest badge count, while finishing and defense only get 17 badges. You guys see their stats are absolutely crazy. And then moving on to the takeovers. For the first takeover, I would recommend going with extreme clamps. And then secondary, I'm going with finishing moves. Now you can go with the sharpshooting takeover or playmaking takeover if you want to, but I believe extreme clamps is a very, very good takeover for a small forward build. And since this build is also elite when it comes to dunking, I decided to go with finishing moves for my secondary takeover. I thought about throwing limitless range in there, but I've already used a few builds with limitless range, so I decided to go with some different takeovers this time. And then as you guys can see, I built a 2-way inside out scorer, which hopefully makes a ton of sense as a name and is honestly a really cool name. And basically tells me I've made a build that can do everything. I'm honestly really happy with the build names this year. They're honestly super cool. Now for probably the most important part of this video, this is going to be the badges. If you guys don't understand what badge loadouts you're able to get, you might not understand how good or bad your build really is. So definitely after you finish making your build, just test your build at least once to see what badges you're able to get, and then based on that you might want to make some changes. Obviously, you do need 10 total badge points in tier 1 and tier 2 in order to unlock tier 3. And so for my tier 1 badge, I first went with Acrobat on silver, gold fearless finisher, and silver masher. I don't really know how good or bad masher is going to be, but if you do get a mismatch against the guard, trust me, you're rim running on them all day long. If you want to run this as your point guard on the 2s, this thing's going to be super toxic. For tier 3, I went with Posterizer as my core badge, and then I also went with Silver Bully. In my opinion, after Posterizer, Bully is probably the next second best finishing badge. Now, if you want to go Limitless Takeoff, you can, but then when it comes to making your build, I would recommend dropping down your strength. This is what I just mean by testing your build is very, very important. For shooting, you guys can see what I'm going with. First, for tier 1, I went with Gold Claymore. I think this is going to be one of the best spot up badges in this game, as well as Gold Clutch Shooter and Silver Comeback Kid. And then for tier 2, I'm going with Corner Specialist Gold. I do stick corner from time to time on a small forward build, and when I'm in the corner, I want to be automatic, so I went with Gold Corner Specialist. Then Limitless Range is going to be a very, very important badge, obviously. If you do have Limitless Range, you will be able to shoot from deep. And as well, pair that with Claymore and a Gold Catch and Shoot, you're just not missing. For playmaking, this is a little bit all over the place. First, I went with Bronze Dimer and Bronze Bailout. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I do throw bailout passes. If you don't throw bailout passes, you do not need this badge, but I sometimes do. And then I went with Silver Ankle Breaker and then Gold Hybrid Drive and Gold Quick First Step. All three of those badges are just super, super good. Unpluckable, I'd recommend running this on your core badge, and then Handles for Days Silver. Unfortunately, I do not get killer combos. You can get killer combos on this build, but only on bronze. And the only way to get killer combos on bronze is you'd have to lose Bailout, lose Dimer, and then drop Handles for Days down to bronze, and then you can get killer combos. But you really only get on bronze, and I don't know how much a bronze killer combo badge is going to do, so I decided to avoid the badge. And then for defensive / rebounding, you guys can see these bottom 4 badges are all super, super good. I don't really think I need to explain any of these bottom 4. And then I did have just like 2 badges I had to throw on something. I thought about going Pick Dodger, but I decided to go with Ankle Braces. Early on, Ankle Braces I don't think is going to be that good, but once people get Ankle Breaker on Hall of Fame, they're just going to be snapping left and right. So having Ankle Braces on at least bronze is going to be very, very helpful. And yeah, that's pretty much the build. If you guys did enjoy the video, please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for some more upcoming 2K23 content, and as well stay tuned for some more 2K23 builds. This is the best small forward build I found so far, but I'm sure I'm gonna find better ones in the future. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.